Hey guys, it's Connie. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe. I'm brand new here on YouTube, so I would love it if you would stick around. I am back this week with the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport, and this is the Outer Banks trim, which sits just above the top Badlands trim. And in the US, you also get a first edition, which is apparently above the Badlands. But here in Canada, this is second from the top, Outer Banks. Let me show you around. So very, very unique body style. As you can see, a much anticipated offering from Ford is this Bronco Sport. Yes, this is not the full-size Bronco. That is yet to come. I see some of my friends in the US getting sneak peeks, first drives with that, but not here in Canada just yet. So this is the baby Bronco, the Bronco Sport, and as you can tell, it's quite compact. I would compare the size with a CRV or a RAV4. It is quite compact. This color is cactus gray, and I do love it. It has a bit of a turquoise tinge to it. It's not really gray, it's like a greeny gray. That extremely unique front grille, LED headlamps. I'm going to try to remember to show you some of the Easter eggs because I did. Do you see the Bronco there in the headlamp? Maybe I'll try the other side, it might be clearer. I did reels and TikToks on all the Easter eggs I could find and try to show them to you here on YouTube as well. 18-inch wheels and black contrast safari style roof, which gives it a little bit of a rugged look, which I think is fantastic. Also gives you tons of headroom in the back. Why am I showing you the foot under the fuel cap? Well, because there's another Easter egg here. So there's three, and of course it's wet out today. There's three first generation Broncos on that gas cap. And white badging on the back, which I think looks fantastic. You can open the glass separately from the door. And then it's manual. Looks really great. Super functional as well. And there's another Easter egg, that Bronco with the surfboard sticking out. You can't see it from the outside, but you can see it from the rear view mirror when you're driving. Also another Easter egg here, this mountain range along the that plastic there. So let's open the door so you can see in here. This has the cargo area. I believe this is an additional option. So you've got another Easter egg here where, sorry, that was all stuck. We've got a measuring ruler there. This plastic piece pops off and turns into a table, which is why there's legs. But this pops off and then slides right here if you don't want this in use. But you can put up to 30 pounds on here as well. So super handy. Another Easter egg, we've got 4 hooks in the back, and each of them have a lasso on them. And you've got some good camping lighting here for setting up, pulling your gear out of the Bronco Sport. Ooh, that wind is chilly, and I'm sure you can hear it. Okay, I don't want to forget any of the other Easter eggs back here. Okay, and then we've got these numbers here is the latitude and longitude coordinates of Johnson Valley, California, where they tested the Bronco. And then we've got another Bronco on the light. You've just got Broncos everywhere throughout this vehicle, and I think it is pretty cool. Oh, and another one, see? Bottle opener. Didn't want to forget that one. That's pretty neat. You're unpacking your gear, getting ready for an adventure, and you need to pop your soda bottle. Your Bronco Sport's got you covered. Let's see the inside. This one has the navy pier interior. It is leather and cloth. This is a nice soft touch gray cloth, and the blue, I really love it. I think blue interiors are so cool. Cup holders, I think there's 4 total cup holders if I'm not mistaken. We'll check in the driver's seat. See that roof line? It goes up in the back. Plenty of space back here. I think they could use some more charge ports back here because there's just a household there. But I guess the kids could still plug in their phones. This is unique as well. I think it's great for keeping things safe in the car. So it's a little zippered pouch. And then you've got 2 pouches like that on both driver and passenger seats. So you could, your kids could stick their phones in there or whatever, a wallet. It really is a very nicely done interior. You do have some plastic in here, but again, the price point reflects that. You've got blue leather, a B&O sound system, which is okay. In my first impressions video, I said I wasn't impressed. I'd only been in the car for a day at that point, and actually it's been really good. Power seats. This is very nice. Embossed Broncos on both the driver and passenger seat on that cloth. A really good size sunroof and very comfortable seating with power adjustable and a manual adjustable steering wheel. Both front seats are heated, and the steering wheel has heated option as well. So this is the graphic that welcomes you when you get into the Bronco Sport. It's a very long little graphic display, and then you've got the same on the instrument cluster. Not the same, sorry, but you have a digital graphic display when you get into the Bronco Sport. And I like the position of the start stop button. It's in a good spot. It is plastic. This is rubberized, which is great for holding things safely in place. Wireless charging on this Outer Banks trim. I don't think that's standard on some of the other trims. And again, it's rubberized, keeping your stuff nicely in place. Dual climate control, tactile buttons, heated seats, and heated steering wheel buttons there. 2 good sized cup holders, and they do have some lighting along the bottom, which is hard to see in the daylight. Pardon me. A turning knob for gear select, auto hold, and then what is this? Goat modes. Go over any terrain. So let's have a look at that. So we've got normal, eco, sport, slippery, and all the way back around, I think these are in a weird order, sand. So obviously, as you can see, the center is digital. I'm getting 13.8 liters per 100 kilometers. This is stated to get, I believe, 26 miles per gallon. I'll double check my notes in a sec. The gauges are nice and clear, somewhat customizable, but nothing too crazy. It's nice and simple, straightforward, very clear, unique fonts for this, specifically to this Bronco Sport. Does not share a lot of the similarities with some other Fords, as Bronco is said to be its own brand. A nice clear infotainment system, if not a little small. It does have Apple, Android, and Auto, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Wow, I can't believe I really messed that up. Wired. And it also has a Wi-Fi hotspot, navigation, etc. I always turn off the auto stop. It drives me crazy, especially in noisier startups. Okay, let's take this Bronco Sport for a drive. This is only a 1.5 liter EcoBoost, which means turbo, getting 181 horsepower and 190 pound-feet of torque, which isn't a lot, but surprisingly doesn't suck. If I were to buy a Bronco Sport, it would be the Badlands trim, which gets a 2 liter, 245 horsepower, and more off-road capabilities. Yeah, like as I mentioned, it doesn't suck. It feels actually completely fine for this vehicle. It's a small, compact SUV, so it works. Okay, so what have we not talked about? Let's talk safety features. Ford has the Co-Pilot Assist Plus in this Bronco Sport Outer Banks, sorry. And it includes all the advanced safety features I'm always going on and on about, like advanced adaptive cruise with stop and go, lane keeping, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, emergency forward braking, rear cross traffic alert. And let's talk about the convenience of that too. Adaptive cruise, if you are commuting on a highway that is in stop and go traffic at times, Having adaptive cruise with stop and go is just so convenient. You don't have to be constantly moving your foot from brake to pedal, brake to pedal. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying. It can tow up to 2,000 pounds. This one, as I mentioned, is just below the top trim in Canada, and in the US you get a first edition as well. So the base model Bronco Sport starts as little as 32,199 Canadian dollars, which I think is pretty great. This is such a cool car. I mean, it's so different than like a RAV4 or a CRV, or I don't really like the looks of the Jeep Renegade if you're comparing them back to back. 26,820 US dollars is the base price for a Bronco Sport. This one with its comfort. So Outer Banks is the comfort edition of the Bronco Sport. The one above it, the Badlands, is the off-road edition of the Bronco Sport. I may have already said this, but if I were to buy a Bronco Sport today, it would be the Badlands edition, so that I could go off-road if I wanted to. I could adventure more. I'd have more goat modes. I would have more power. And if it was me building it out, I would still add the leather seating and some of those features that are in this, because I still love my heated steering wheel and my leather seats. So this Outer Banks, this one is 41,549 Canadian, and I built it out on the US website, would be 36,439 US dollars. So you're getting up there. I mean, it's just over 40 grand, but I feel like it's pretty on point. I mean, I think it's a really cool car. I know I use the word cool way too much, and I rewatched my first impressions video on Instagram. If you care to follow me on Instagram, that would be amazing. I post content on Instagram about the cars I'm in every single day. So stories, reels, feed posts, IGTV once a week. If I'm in one car, if I'm in more than one car, I will post more than one IGTV per week. So do come find me on Instagram at XO Connie Peters if you like Instagram and car content. So I got totally off track there. I was talking about the word cool. I use it far too much. But I do think this is a cool car. And I do think I would buy one if I needed a car. I mean, it's just a great little SUV. It's really, really nice to look at. It's functional. It's, you know, you've got the space. We didn't talk about car seats, so it does have latch for 2 car seats and tethers for all 3. I like the ruggedness. I like the rubber surfaces on the ground of the floor and the back. So overall, I think it's a great little SUV. What do you think? Leave me a comment. Please subscribe. As I said, I'm brand new here on YouTube, so I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around. And we'll see you next week.